Beasties, I feel like Gollum here. It's like that scene with the lembas bread with Gollum, and he goes, I can't eat Hobbit food! Ah! I don't want tea! Ah! This is your coffee update for days 6 and 7 at Beasties. Enjoy! Hey YouTube! Hey Beasties! Melissa here, and happy to report that today is day 7! Day 7! Woo! Of the No Coffee Challenge. And it's over! Well, it'll be over tomorrow officially, but it's the last day! And I gotta say, like, I'm gonna call this challenge and this experiment a complete and utter failure. I look weird now without glasses, but I don't want to stare at the screen with sunglasses. That just feels weird. So, and my eyes are itching from allergies, but regardless of that, I'm going to call this experiment not only a disaster, but a failure. And that is because it did not accomplish any of the goals that I set for it. So I went no coffee for a week to increase my, to keep to intermittent fasting, because I'm going back heavy duty keto and all that stuff, and I really wanted to test on intermittent fasting because I know it only takes like 40 or 80 calories to get it. This is way more science about the body than you guys probably want, to get an insulin response, and I drink a lot of heavy cream in my coffee in the morning. So if I'm not eating lunch or starting eating the day until like 1 p.m., then like all of that coffee in the morning basically counts as a full meal and breaks the intermittent fasting. But goals of intermittent fasting, why I was doing this: more energy, greater mental clarity. Those are the two biggies. There are other reasons to do intermittent fasting. Oh, like accelerated weight loss and all that stuff. And you guys know, I'm not like doing this to be skinny. I definitely prefer strength over waist size. So I don't really care about that part. It's the strength deal. And generally I feel really good on keto. But this is clearly a failure on intermittent fasting because I do not have more energy. In fact, I have less energy. Oh, and it's also supposed to help control cravings and whatnot. I'm starving! Might just be today, but I am literally starving. It is currently 9:30 in the morning. I have had half a measly cup of tea, a couple glasses of water, and I could eat the entire refrigerator. So intermittent fasting, fail. I am much less hungry. Like, when I have coffee with my heavy cream in the morning, I don't get hungry until like noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Post CrossFit, I come home and I can eat the house, and that's fine. That's all good. It's in that eating window. But it's like, I'm starving. So today is going to be painful. Last night was painful. So if anyone joined me on the Metals and Pieces Trunk Show Emerald Edition last night, you may have seen that Cheerio came into the studio with a cup of coffee, with a cup of Dunkin' Donuts. Now, I am not a huge fan of Dunkin' Donuts. I find Dunkin' Donuts coffee to be very unreliable. It depends on which Dunkin' Donuts you go to, if it's actually good or if it's burned all to hell. They have no standardized system, so when I say extra light, I mean 6 pumps of cream, not 4. And yeah, so I find I get annoyed at Dunkin' Donuts, and I am rarely fully satisfied. Dunkin' Donuts is coffee that I have to get, not coffee that I want to get. The reason I do like Starbucks more is that it is a bit more standardized. It's a bit more like, I know what I'm ordering at Starbucks, and it's pretty equal across the board for my drink. Not so at Dunkin' Donuts when I just want a coffee with cream only. Extra light. This is not difficult. I don't know why the Starbucks order that has like 10 things to it gets much, is much clearer and comes across you. Okay, so the Starbucks order is literally, usually it's summertime right now, so the Starbucks order is a grande vanilla latte with sugar-free syrup, half heavy cream, half water. Okay, so there's not 10 things. There's like 3 things to it. I usually get that, and I get the bacon egg bites because I love those at Starbucks. I love the egg bites. They're so yummy. But versus Dunkin' Donuts, medium coffee, extra light. They can't get it right, but Starbucks can. And that was such a rabbit hole. My God, rant on Dunkin' Donuts. But Cheerio brought Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and she's sitting there slurping at her coffee, having a great time last night, and I'm facing the camera like, I want coffee. Now, none of my drive for coffee this week has been because I did not get the caffeine headaches. I staved those off with copious amounts of tea that I am going to give myself a month before I enjoy tea again. It's slightly chillier out here than I thought. That's the other thing. I'm cold. So I'm starving. I did not get the mental clarity that I wanted from intermittent fasting and all of this and whatnot. Because that was supposed to be mental sharpness is supposed to go up. Hunger is supposed to be controlled, which my hunger is generally well controlled, but not now. And what was the other thing? More energy. So I'm going to call this experiment failed. I am looking very, very forward tomorrow to having an entire pot of coffee. Because I don't think it's going to stop at 1 cup. I think it's going to be an entire pot. And I will totally be on camera for that first sip of coffee in 7 days. Now, it's like, if I was somewhere where coffee wasn't available, I don't think I would be having this issue. But because coffee is in the house and I've just decided to not have coffee for the week, it's so much worse. But if I was out, if I was on an extended hike out somewhere and I didn't bring coffee with me for whatever reason, I wouldn't bring at least instant coffee. I don't know. But if I did that instead, I think I would be able to deal with it a lot better. But also when you're on an extended hike like that, all you're worrying about is hiking. Not running a business, not taking care of the kiddo, not everything else that's going on in our mega Star Wars plan that I feel was such a great plan, and I'm only accomplished 75% of it. So we are now 2 days until May the 4th, and today is May 2nd, so we have 2 days, the 3rd, and we are on the 4th, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so awesome. I am going to down so much coffee tomorrow to make sure everything is done in time. So, yes. Coffee experiment failed. Am I sticking it out for my last day? Yes. Yes, I am. I will finish strong on the 7 days because, people, Beasties, YouTube, you do not accept limitations. Do not accept others' limitations upon you. Do not accept your own limitations. Break through that shit. So I said 7 days without coffee. We're doing 7 days, 1 week without coffee. I will finish it. And I'm going to have mini story time for you here about limitations, especially that other people or society place upon you, and the reality of those limitations, because they're all bullshit. So you would never guess it. We were talking yesterday about the May. And May is a fun month in our house because it's Cheerio's birthday is in May, my dad's birthday is in May, I have a slew of friends' birthdays who are in May, and my birthday was supposed to be in May. That was my due date, it was in May. Instead, I was born on March 1st. I was 10 weeks early. Yeah, as a baby. So I was born 10 weeks early. You talk about definition of preemie, I fit in the palm of your hand. They had to put doll clothes on me as a baby. I spent the first 30 days of my life in the NICU, in a hospital that my parents they were farming at that time. They had to drive an hour every night to come see me in the NICU when I was first born. Mom got accused by one of the nurses of not paying attention to her baby because the nurse only ever worked the day shift and had never seen mom before. And mom and dad would come. They were working the farm. You can't give up farm work. You can't not be there when it's farm work. So they would literally work all day, mom and dad, and then they would drive down at night to come see me. An hour away at the hospital, the NICU, because that was the best one in relationship to where we were. So 30 days I spent there, and the doctors looked at mom and dad, and they said straight up, don't expect much out of Melissa. She's probably gonna be very petite. You see me? Don't be surprised if she's really sickly. I didn't develop allergies until 2009. Don't be surprised if she has mental challenges or cognitive challenges. I am running 2 very successful businesses right now. And graduated number 4 in my class. So yeah, mental challenges, I think not. But that's what the doctor told Mom and Dad to expect out of me, out of Melissa Pickle. They're like, don't expect that much out of her. And here's what we got. So, moral of that story is do not accept limitations. Do not accept limitations from doctors. Do not accept limitations from your parents. Do not accept limitations from your grandparents if that happens. Do not accept limitations from your teachers. Do not accept limitations from your gym coach. Do not accept limitations from your boss. Do not accept limitations from anyone. And I even caution you to not accept limitations that you may put on yourself, because it's all a mental game. All of it is a mental game. This coffee challenge is a mental game, not a physical one. Not any of that such sort. And physical games, you know what? You train for that, okay? But really, the physical follows in the footsteps of the mental. If you're thinking you can't do something, then you're not going to do it. Who was it? Was it Teddy Roosevelt who said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right? Yeah, that's limitation thinking right there. If you think you can't, you're right. If you think you can, you're going to work for it and you're going to be right most of the time. So do not accept limitations, whether it's in a coffee challenge, whether it's in a physical activity, whether it's in a program, a schooling, a project, a business, a goal, a vacation. I don't care what it is. Don't accept limitations, Beastie. All right? That's me signing off for this one, for our coffee update. I'll be back tomorrow morning to enjoy an entire pot of coffee with you, Beasties. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out how to go live for that one. I don't know. Probably not, because that's tech I don't have brain power for today. I'll be able to figure that out after coffee. After coffee. Yep, and then keep an eye out as well. We will have actual second videos coming out today and tomorrow, because we got May the 4th stuff going on and we are in the countdown. It is 2 days officially until May the 4th. We got a mega party planned over in Metals and Pieces. If you follow me on my coaching channel, actually, there's going to be some fun stuff going on there. Not so much Star Wars related, but as in how we put together different aspects of the Star Wars stuff. So there we go. That's the fun stuff. Go ahead, give this video a like. Let me know of a limitation that you have bashed through, or a limitation that you want to bash through and that you are now decided you are not going to accept. And yeah, subscribe to the channel to see me drink, or to come. I invite you all to come have coffee with me tomorrow morning. Bye.